One of the things that has fascinated me for years is why houses don't sell. Some of them sell quickly, some of them sell for more money than they're asking, and others just seem to be lethargic. They just don't move. They sit there, everything seems to be right, it's the right neighborhood, it's the right layout, it's the right size, it's the right builder, right location. They don't sell. So because I was puzzled, I started to investigate, and I built my business around finding ways to sell houses that couldn't sell. And roughly 40% of my business today comes from people who have been dissatisfied with their previous realtor and were unable to sell. And I have been able to come in with my team and experts, do an analysis on the home, figure out what is it that doesn't fit here with a buyer's desire or expectations. What are the minor nuances that affect the impact, desirability for the buyer? And there's a strategy. And, you know, there is the old saying, success leaves clues, so does failure. And it's important to recognize what things aren't working. Could it be merely the configuration of your furniture? Could it be the colors in your home? Could it be that you're used to your cat smell and people can't stand it when they come in? Could it be that your yard is overgrown and you're parking on the front lawn? I don't know what it is, and some things are more obvious than others. Could it be the decor? Could it be your type of furniture, your personal preferences? I had a client one time who lost over $20,000 on her the sale price of her house because she wouldn't change the rampant paisley wallpaper all over her house. It was incredible. And I suggested time and time again, please change it, please change it. People aren't embracing it. The market's rejecting your taste, your choices. It's obscure in today's marketplace. She chose not to. And unfortunately, and I have to admit, we had to continue to drop the price. But we had the remedy because it took 2 weeks for the new owner to do it, and the home was revived. It was a new home. So I'm not saying that any of these things apply to your home if it hasn't sold, but I will find out why, and we will be able to remedy the situation at very low cost, I'm sure, and get you top dollar and sell it quickly, because that's what we focus on. We focus on selling homes that haven't sold with other realtors for top dollar and quickly. And I'm not afraid to state what it is that is required in order to have that happen. One of the things in our industry that I find amusing is that agents, and I was one of them in fact at one time, think that they can do it all. And what I mean by that is an agent can only utilize X number of hours in the day, but unfortunately this industry and what's demanded from us as realtors, from the home seller, are a variety of things. And what happens is the law of diminishing return, what I like to call the law of diminishing return, takes place. The more clients you have, the less time you have to service each of those clients. So what ends up happening is you're only dealing with urgent stuff as a realtor. And there's no structure, there's no business acumen, there's no strategy. It's just a lot of reaction. And with that reaction comes chaos, because you don't have anything that's measurable or quantifiable to determine if what you're doing is actually working. All you're doing is reacting. And you know, there's a bit of a joke in our industry, and it goes like this. If you want your agent to stop calling you, just list with them. And it's unfortunate, but it's real, because as soon as you're wooed and cooed as the homeowner, well, you're under contract and everything's okay. There's no follow-up. There's really nothing. So imagine this. As a realtor, if you happen to be a realtor, you would have to do up the feature sheets. You would have to put the lockbox on, put the sign up, call for feedback to the agents who actually showed the property, return calls, play telephone tag with the client, the homeowner. You'd have to go and show houses. You'd have to book houses. I mean, it goes on and on and on, and one person just can't do that. So that business model is terrible when it comes to the right approach or the appropriate approach to sell a house and give exceptional service, or what I like to call world-class service. So what we've done is actually the contrary. We've broken up the industry, the business, into many different components. We have 11 people on our team that represent 11 different aspects of the industry, each of which happens to be a professional of the highest order in their arena. So therefore, you will, as the homeowner, get an expert marketer. You'll get somebody who manages to find information from other agents who have shown your house and deliver that information to you unedited so that we can glean appropriate information to make changes or stay on course to ensure that the appeal is high to the home buyer. You know, we have people who are cross-referencing buyers with your home every day. We have an internet specialist. We have somebody who does marketing, very detailed marketing or specific marketing plans for your property. We even have a courier on staff. We have somebody to take pictures. Because you imagine now an agent has 10 or 12 clients that they have to do all of this for. That's where the bad service comes from. That's where the bad reputation comes from when agents are, it's always said that, oh, I never hear from my agent, I never get feedback and all that kind of stuff. Well, that doesn't happen with our operation. So if it is all of value to you, our system is dedicated to satisfying all of those needs that you have that you may not even know that you have. If you've sold a home before, you can compare what it is I'm saying. If you've tried to sell a home just recently and have been unsuccessful, you can compare your experience to what I'm saying. And if you happen to be a first-time seller, you need to understand this information because you'll just go down the same path as everybody else and be essentially dissatisfied. I mean, think about it. 40% of my business comes from people who have been dissatisfied with their previous realtor. 40%. One of the questions I'm asked quite often is, for everything that you do and your team does and the level of service and the results that you get, is your commission higher than the standard realtor in the city of Barrie and area? And the answer is no. We just give a lot more for essentially the same rate. So you're getting 11 people compared to most realtors giving you only one. And for the life of me, I can't understand why anybody would choose to have one person take care of them when, and in a lot of cases, badly so, and when they can have 11 highly trained people taking care of them. It just makes no sense to me. So if you're interested in having the kind of world-class service that I'm describing here,